All right, hi everybody. Welcome to the patch reaction for mid-season. For a season, I don't even know which season it is. They all end up feeling the same for the next 3-4 months. The point is before I get into the patch notes, there's something that really irritated me. Aaron Keller posted a dev blog where the game has finally brought in their own night market, which is the Maximilian's Vault down here. Now, the idea and concept is very interesting, but in the actual blog itself, Aaron says that the characters that will be like the skins and everything that'll be in here, the characters that are in there are characters and skins that you've been eyeing up. Now, none of these characters are characters that I play or dedicatedly main. They say in the blog post that the vault is tailored specifically for you, right? Which means they're basically trying to say that depending on the characters that you play, hero playtime, etc. The one thing that it got right was Echo, but my problem with the Echo being in my vault is I've already purchased this skin. I've not bought it from this shop. Why is a skin that I've purchased in this shop? Right? So this is already like pissing me off because clearly it's not following the rules and agendas because they were like, oh, we'll put skins in there that that you've been eyeing up that you don't have and for heroes that you play. So yes, they got Echo right. And yes, I actually really like Strawberry, but I've already bought this skin the time that the skin came out. So I'm incredibly upset that this skin is available over here. Not to mention that I don't play any of these heroes. These heroes are not even in my top 15. So very, very upsetting to see that this like new system, the night shop, night market, whatever shop you want to call it, this little system over here just doesn't go the way that you know I would like for it to go. Why is there no Genji, Hanzo, Doomfist, Reinhardt, Winston, Mercy, Ana, Baptiste? These are characters that I actually play, and none of them are here, which is again just really frustrating that these small, small things Blizzard finds a way to mess up. Anyways, I know why you guys are here. We're all excited for it. We want to see what they've done for the mid-season. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the patch notes. So, Year of the Snake, the usual recycled events. Valentine's Day, recycling the Valentine's Day event from last year or the year before, one of those. Min 1 Max 3 is finally here. We don't have the patch notes for this because this game mode, oh wait, no, it's actually available to play from January 21st to February 3rd. Okay, well, we don't really have we don't really have any patch for this just yet. Maybe it's somewhere down, but usually there's when they did the original 6v6 test, like in the 6v6 experimental, we had the patch for it. So nothing here. Overwatch Classic Moth Meta is coming, so that's very, very interesting. It's not actually out just yet. So with that being said, the next thing that's been added is the Ash weapon. Competitive drives, nobody cares. I don't care. They look like crap anyway. Let's get into the hero updates now. Again, confirming these hero updates apply to our standard game mode and not the 6v6 experiment or Watch Classic. So obviously, we know they're going to have different patch notes. So Ramatra, first things first, base armor for Ram has gone up. Ramatra has been underperforming relatively to the other brawl tanks. Adding a small increase to his armor will provide a necessary boost to him without altering his core gameplay. Yeah, so here's the thing. The reason Ramatra is underperforming is because his breakpoints are bad. And even though they've kind of tried to help him out in certain ways, this is one of those things where he's just being outclassed because of power creep. So unless Ramatra's damage goes up or they bump up his armor even more, the worst part about Ramatra right now is that he's being forced to do a block bot playstyle because he's so exposed and vulnerable every time he goes into his big boy form to do damage. So unless there's a change to the amount of damage that he does, at least in my opinion, I don't see this doing anything for Ramatra. He's still going to be a block bot based tank. Next character is Winston. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, he's got a bunch of changes. So, developer comment, Winston's dive potential has been impacted by the increased health pools of the enemies. So we're going to be boosting his damage of the Tesla cannon secondary fire. What? Wait, what? And providing more ammo. This will allow Winston to follow up in fish of enemies without need to reload as often. Tesla cannon's ammo has been increased from 100 to 120. Secondary fire damage has gone up to 60. This thing is so irrelevant. If you wanted to give him more damage to help him against the health pools, why not buff up the left click? This again, they're so disconnected. They understand, they mention a problem, and then they give the wrong buff. This is so awkward. What? Primal Rage ultimate cost gone up by 12%. What? What the hell is this? This is like the most fair ult in the game and they're nerfing it? Yo, they're actually smoking crack. What is this, man? What is this? Hazard. Oh, they barely know. Oh my god. We're finding our newest tank's mobility to be a little too hazardous by decreasing the cooldown. Hazard will have to be more selective with how he dives into opponent backlines. Violent leap up to 6 seconds from 5. Do they not understand that the problem with Hazard, like, again, they're just going to make his gameplay clunkier over time? Do they not understand that the problem with Hazard is the fact that he has too much armor and incredible sustain, which helps him stay alive? And this 1 second is not going to be enough. So in the next season, if we don't see another nerf to Hazard, he's still going to be sticking around like the prick he is. This is ridiculous, man. Like, how do they not understand their game all these seasons later? Echo's damage. Wait, what? Echo's been slightly underperforming recently. Where? So we're increasing the base damage of the focusing beam. This change will make it easier to push enemies into the crit health threshold. Focusing beam damage per second on targets about 50% increase from 50 to 75. Okay, so they just flat out buffed Echo. This is so funny. Like every character sees a breakpoint increase except Genji. Like, this is just so funny. Like, you know what? I'm gonna predict the next patch. Tracer will somehow, one way or the other, either get a damage buff or a spread reduction to help do more damage. Just watch. Just watch. Oh my god. I should actually just try to predict these. I'm doing this live. You guys know I always do this live. Developer comment, Tracer has remained less threatening since the damage reduction to her pulse pistols. That's not why she's not much of a threat anymore. That's because healing and overall sustain is so damn strong and you refuse to nerf supports. And that's why Tracer's kind of poo-poo. And this is not going to do what you think it's going to do. It's going to make Tracer a monster in low elo lobbies. And she's not going to move in the meta that's in the game right now. This is yet another disconnected change by the balance team. And why? And even if they wanted to address Tracer, why reduce the spread? This makes her a monster. She's going to be so good at melting tanks, and she's going to be so much better at taking longer duels. They gave her LOS back from before, right? Like the line of sight. She could take more distance with the previous buff, and now she's got a spread reduction. So they're turning Tracer into a sniper. Her SMGs, or her pulse pistols, are being turned into mini assault rifles. This is actually really crazy to watch in real time. Support. Okay, surely Ana gets help, because even though she's popular, she's not as strong as people want to make her out to be, especially, like, at least in my opinion. So what I want to see for support is Ana's generally one of those characters where she's very fair and balanced. She's a single target healer. She doesn't have all the AoE bullshit. She's one of the most fun characters ever made. Probably the best character ever made in Overwatch. I would really like to see a little bit of help in regards to her cooldowns. I don't necessarily think she needs nerfs. So really hoping that they do Ana some justice. She's my most played support. Really love Ana. So let's see what they do for Ana. Okay, so let's have a look. What the fuck is this? The fuck? Why are they nerfing her? Developer comment, recent changes to her rifle have made Ana a highly impactful support. What? In what world? In what world is Ana highly impact? In what world? In what world? She's the most diveable support. See, you just made her a free kill. You just made her a free kill. We gave her the 90 damage because of the breakpoint changes. And the rifle breakpoint changes are so negligible. Like, what is this? She's so diveable. She's gonna be, oh my god. Reducing the damage of a biotic grenade will adjust some of the breakpoints and slightly affect her self-system. Slightly, quote unquote, slightly. They don't play their own game. You can't believe this. They actually don't play their own game. Oh my god, Season 9. I'm actually going to commit to a video, and we need to explore how Season 9 is the biggest joke that this game has ever seen. I actually don't even mind 5v5. I just think Season 9 is the biggest joke this game has ever seen. Hopefully, Liara is getting buffed. She's like, okay, I don't think she needs something over the top, but just a little bit of help would be nice. Dev comment, Liara can struggle to heal allies without her healing pylon. Congratulations. So, you know, what is this? Solar rifle secondary fire maximum resource increase from 3 to 3.5 seconds. I mean, that's nice, but that also means that the resource charging back up will take, a little bit more time. So isn't this like, I mean, it's a worthy trade-off. It kind of balances itself out. Okay, I guess this is like the one good change so far. Increasing the maximum resource over secondary fire allows her to support her team more effectively. Yeah, this is nice. Like, sure, we can take this. I would have liked to see Pylon get nerfed and her rifle in general numbers go up, but okay. Like, this isn't that bad either. Like, we'll take it. Juno. Okay. Juno needs a lot of changes. But if we're not going to touch, I know I can see orbital array, but if the micro missiles are not being touched, a lot of people don't realize micro missiles is, other than her ultimate, micro missiles is what's carrying her mid gameplay loop. I would like to see micro missiles lose their power, okay, or whatever her missiles are called, and I would like to see her weapon get the power back so that her AoE healing potential is less and her single target healing is more, so you can redistribute the power in the character like she was when she first released, and hopefully a nerf to the ultimate. So Juno's ultimate is too strong, reducing the duration and damage amp. Okay. Duration has been reduced and damage amp has been reduced. Oh. Okay. This is a harsh nerf. I don't think. Okay, I mean, they really wanted to get her out the meta. I don't know if this might be enough. I don't know if this might be enough. This is an interesting one. I don't think this is gonna be enough because again, like I said, Juno's like neutral power with her missiles, the homing missiles, is where her strength is at, and that's been the massive game changer. So I don't like the fact that her entire kit, one kit part at a time, becomes clunkier and clunkier each patch, while we never look at what's actually making her strong, which is her mid-fight potential, with the micro missiles being able to lock into 10 different players, do damage and healing at the same time, and burst up the amount of ult that she can build. At least that's my opinion on it. This is ridiculous. Like this just makes it so. It makes it such a. It's still gonna be a very powerful ultimate, but I don't know. Like I just think her whole kit is gonna feel clunkier, and the damage amp only being 30%. Like, isn't this just now another budget Valkyrie? Like, this is the same amount of damage boost as Valkyrie, right? Duration is less than Valkyrie. And I mean, I guess it can heal and damage at the same time. Mercy can't do that, so it does stand out. Like, it's a little bit stronger. So it's a slightly stronger Valkyrie now. I don't know, man. I don't like this patch. Like, it doesn't change enough. Like, the biggest problem with them is look how little they do. Like, they do like, oh, one tiny change. This is monumental. This is insane. Like, whoever thought of this, man? Why? Why? What game are you playing? Ana has nothing to do when she gets dived. Her nade was everything. The 90 damage, as much as I hated it, she needed the 90 damage because of how things are right now. This is ridiculous. At least you could have put it at 85 or 80. 75 is too low, man. 75. This is ridiculous. This is the most demanding support to play. Positioning, aim, game sense. Like, what are we doing, man? Do we just always want to punish high skill characters? And then these two changes. This is a joke. Like, why don't we just revert season 9 instead of, okay, let's just try to find a way around it. Let's just constantly trying to find a way around it. This is not enough. His armor needs to get nerfed. If his armor doesn't get touched, he's still going to be very strong. This is ridiculous. This is insane. I don't know what they're thinking with this. This is whatever. It doesn't change his position in the game. I don't know, guys. Like, do we have 6v6 patch notes somewhere? So no patch notes for this either. Okay, if there's no patch notes for this, then they were incredibly lazy. If there's no patch notes for this is ridiculous. Like, I think this doesn't have patch notes because they were actually lazy. That's so pathetic. Like, this and this Maximilian Molt being a joke. This might actually be the worst patch of all time. Like, this might actually be one of the worst patches of all time. And it's solely carried by the art team. Again, like, Overwatch's art team is like the last blood pumping in the heart. Like, it's like the last thing keeping this game alive. Because these patches are just not it. Like, they're just so lost what to do with these characters. I don't know, man. This is ridiculous. I think there needs to be... If the next season doesn't rehaul the game as we know it, I don't see Overwatch ever making a comeback. Unless we get something with PvE. Very bad patch. One of the worst... Honestly, one of the worst patches of all time. It just goes to show they have no idea what they're doing. I've told you guys time and time again, I hate doing negative videos. But like, this is my real reaction. This is what I think. It is what it is. I will see you guys in the next video. As always, if you want to support the channel, just hit like and subscribe.